Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're going to get started. I'm just going to pull up our grounding little 5-minute meditation just to kind of get us centered and ready to move into this Friday. It's been some time since I've been on this, that I've been live, so I'm just really grateful to be able to be here with you this morning, offer a practice and practice with you. And yeah, let me see, I'm just trying to set up a couple of things. Wonderful, skip that, let's go here. We will do some foam rolling and stretching and then get into our like technical stuff. As I've been telling you all, my feet and ankles, we gotta like make sure that we're warming those up. I actually had someone look again at my foot last night. Different part of it, but you know, still the same feedback that you need to just take care of it. You need to be warming it up, all of those things. So we're gonna do that. All right, let's find a seat on our mat. Get comfortable. We'll do our 5 minutes of breathing meditation, and then we'll get started. Let me see. Bring us back here. All right.
Wherever you are right now, you can experience this brief moment that is designed to align your mind with a sense of calm. And notice your spirit resonating with positive energy. You'll also discover how easy this is for you to achieve, and how easy it is for you to experience positive energy at any time. All because you focus right now on this technique. As you allow yourself to sit comfortably and just look or focus straight ahead, and take in a deep breath through your nose. Hold that deep breath and exhale, and simply close your eyes as your body just relaxes there and your hands are just resting down. And you're listening to me deliver this message about how you can be aware that profound positive energy is beginning to flow toward you as you create a comfortable momentary pause in time that allows you to drift on a quiet and calm wave right now. And you don't have to picture that positive energy. Just focus on it as you make this powerful shift by placing your attention on something about you, whether inside or outside, that you can feel very grateful for right now. And as you think about or imagine that item that reflects your feeling grateful, take another deep breath in through your nose, focusing on that gratitude. And when you exhale, you can simply mouth the words, "Thank you," and expel all of your breath at the very end. And you don't have to think about how easy this may seem for you to accomplish this so successfully, because you've already tuned your attention to awareness that there's something right now, in this moment, you are thinking about, you feel so grateful for. And it's okay that a person may not know how you can quickly shift in any instant and focus on something that reflects your feeling gratitude. And I won't tell you that shifting your attention to something you are grateful for in any one of your present moments happens effortlessly. Because the more you realize focus immediately at any time for the wonderful good that you always can be aware of, the more your positive emotions and energy can continue to rise up within you and fill you, as any old negative emotions simply drift away. And sooner or later, you'll simply notice how at any time, because you immediately become aware if your conscious mind wants to lure you down a path of uncertainty or negativity, Your subconscious mind quickly alerts you to the knowledge that you remain tethered in your immediate moment, observing your thoughts that notice everything that you feel so much gratitude for. As right now, once again, thinking of that concept that reflects how you feel grateful. Breathe that gratitude in deeply through your nose, allowing it to fill your lungs and flow through you into every part of you. And just say or mouth the words, "Thank you," as you expel all of the air and send that gratitude back out into the world around you. And you can always breathe the energy of something you are grateful for, and notice how that gratitude tethers you in your moment. So you always prevent your mind from drifting into thoughts that are not worthy of your attention. And you notice how you call forth and attract more positive energy that you are so grateful for. As I count upward to the number 3. 1. The power of your mind is turned on. 2. The power of your mind is turned up. And the next time you open your eyes, you'll discover how easy it is for you to feel so good being tuned into such positive energy awareness. And 3. Open your eyes, taking a deep breath, and feel so good as you experience this positive energy.
Very good. All right, let's continue on. And so we're gonna start with our feet actually, and I'm going to, you can bring your foot to the inside of your left leg. This is my right foot. So you're just gonna start by sort of massaging the arch of the foot, moving up into that. For me, I'm moving up into the big toe, the joint there, and going right in between the big toe and the middle toe, and just massaging that, holding on to that joint a little bit, and kind of rotating front and back. And then I'm going to go down the front of the foot, so my thumbs are towards the inside of the arch of the foot, and my fingertips are on the top of my foot, and I'm just sort of massaging and adding a little bit of pressure. And then I'm going to take my thumb and just run my thumb from the top of the foot here on the the inside edge, and just running that down to the joint. Very good. And I'm going to go back into the ball of the foot and in between those toes on that joint. I'm going to just pull the toe a little bit. Very good. And moving up into the ankle and the back of the ankle, so getting into that Achilles a little bit. And into the ankle joint. And finding a little bit of rotation. And ooh, there we go. I got a crack in there. Just releasing that. So I'm pressing into the inside ankle joint, and I'm just doing a little bit of flexing and pointing, while also providing a little bit of pressure to the top of the ankle. And working that around. I'm going to come to the outside of the ankle. Here. Very good. And for me, it's also the outside, that bone there, so just sort of digging into that a little bit. Stretching out those little ligaments and tendons in there to the outside of the foot. Just rubbing that foot all the way down to the toes, and then getting into the toe joints. Just stretching and pointing them a little bit. Whew. Yes, hello. Very good. And then up into the top of the ankle. Ooh. Up and down. I was told that I should go to see someone to do reflexology, so I think I'm going to do that as well. But also part of my dance practice now includes this as part of my warm up. Oh yes, feet cracking, which makes sense, right? Like I feel like we warm up our backs. I'm gonna do the same thing on the left side. We warm up our backs, we warm up our hips, you know, you're stretching on all these things. We don't often spend enough time with our feet. So again, I'm pressing into the arches a little bit, just sort of like this, into that foot, all the way up into the joint in the top, and then taking my finger on the outside, or the inside, and just rubbing my finger down the foot into that toe joint. This is actually what was done to me last night, and I was like, oh, my feet feel so much better. I was surprised. So waking up this morning doing the same thing, and so pulling the toe and then just gently sort of wiggling it side to side. Woo! Yes, feeling all those cracks kind of happening in there. Nice. And then up to the inside of that ankle, and then finding a little bit of flex and point in there as I'm pressing down almost in the back, towards the back of the ankle. Stretching the foot one way and then the other. Top of the foot, outside ankle. My left foot is not as tight and problematic as my right, so this one's a little bit quicker for me. And then same thing into those toes, just warming up those toe joints and stretching them, stretching the toes. Yeah, very good. And then on top of the ankle, from the sides. Very good. I'm gonna get my my ball. I've got my orange ball, and we're gonna go ahead and place that underneath the my calf, the bottom of the the bottom of the calf, between the ankle and the calf, and just sort of rock that around. So that being, and I've said this before in kitchen classes, so the bottom of the leg being really tight, you know, just tightens up the ankles, tightens up the feet. And like for me, I'm experiencing some, now it's not as much in my ankle as it was maybe a couple months ago, but now it's my big toe, the joint is a little bit swollen, and there's just a lot of pressure in there because everything's so tight around it. So I want to make sure that we're just sort of stretching that out and breaking up some of that muscle tightness. I recently met a different dance PT who's practices in New York, has connections to Boston, so we're trying to figure out a way to have like a little clinic. So I'm working on some things for that, to be able to have her maybe do like some sessions with folks, you know, maybe like short 20 minutes or something like that, but creating like a little clinic. But I was looking at her page, and on her page it says, you know, that this like idea of foam rolling and, you know, breaking up this lactic acid and like doing this is not actually doing, it's not, what did she say? It can be part of the recovery, but it's not the cure for the muscles. Like it's something that provides relief, but does not provide healing necessarily. And I was like, whoa, you know, I feel like as dancers, you know, our go-to is always like foam rolling or like with these balls and stretching and all of that. And there's like actual, and it makes sense now that I'm reflecting on it. Like it makes sense that it's not just that, but then you have to do the work to either retrain the muscles or realign the ligaments, or like whatever the thing is that's happening in the body. Like you have to spend time doing the different actions to build the neurological pathways, to build the body intelligence for the body to respond, you know, correctly. But yeah, it's not just going to be on like this recovery part. The recovery part is nice, but it's more just giving you like comfort and relief, which is definitely what I need. I'm going to switch to my other leg now. Oof. It's very intense. If you feel like it's intense, it's real. Yes, it's true. Anyway, at the end of this today, I'll post the post that she had. I'll share it, and you all can follow her. I think that she just got a contract actually with maybe Ailey too. That she's gonna be like doing PT with them. But like I said, she's connected to Boston, so you know when she comes home, it's like we should be, you know, creating opportunities for ourselves as dancers here, but also, you know, to support, you know, the folks that are coming into our city. It's so easy for us to feel sometimes down about whatever's happening or not happening here, but you know, how can we just take actionable steps to, you know, to adjust that? So, ooh, yes, hello calves. It's interesting because I feel like my calves are so tight. Like people touch my calves and they're like, whoa, you're tight. Your calves are like, you know, like bricks. But I don't necessarily like, they don't feel tight to me like in my body on an average day. But then when I do this type of work on it, I'm like, ooh, this hurts. I don't know. I definitely have a high tolerance for pain. So there's that. And then also the outside of the leg. So that's a big part too, is like this outside, the top part. I think we often focus on like the larger muscles because they make sense. You know, that makes sense. Like your calves, your quads, even your hamstrings, your back. But you know, these muscles that are on the outside of the leg are also really important. Woo! They're really important to the feet, to the bottom part of the leg. Oh yes, hello, right towards the front of that shin. Also, if you suffer from shin splints, a lot of that has to do with like the muscles really pulling on the bone, and so we want to just relax that out a little bit, find some relief, not some heal. It's not really healing, as we're learning, but to find a little relief. I'm just gonna go back over this leg. Ooh. Also, y'all know I have a bunch of shows coming up in November, so you know, just making sure that my body stays ready for that because I'm not 18 anymore. So it's all about what you're doing, not just in the classroom, but what you're doing at home and on your own time. Okay, very good. I feel like that's a little bit better. Woo. Just gonna roll those ankles a little bit, inside, outside. Very nice. And let's drop the chin to the chest and just take little half circles. And whatever feels accessible to you. If you want to go slow, if you want to go quick, you know, as much as you want. What I do want you to think about though is the relationship of the spine and making sure that the spine is staying up as the skull is really just kind of sitting on top of that and rotating side to side, and that we're not hunched over or collapsed. And then continue your circle when you're ready to the back. Oof. Hello, yes, my head. I'm like, is my head heavy or is all this hair on top of my head heavy? It's probably a little bit of both. Really making sure you're seeing side to side, lengthening the neck. And then when you're ready, we're going to do a full circle all the way around. Ooh, reverse, and we'll go the other way. Then when the chin is back down in front, we'll just roll the shoulders back. Let's bring the right arm up and behind the head. And so what I'm doing is pressing my head into my arm, but then pushing the arm into the head a little bit as well. Getting a nice stretch on those triceps, sitting nice and tall, opening up my chest, feeling my spine elongated, engaging those abdominals as well, dropping the shoulders down the spine and lengthening the lats up away. Stretching out that tricep, and we'll switch arms into the other side. Breathing into that, finding that head and arm connection, feeling a little bit of resistance from each direction, dropping the shoulders, lengthening the lats on the side, engaging the abdominals. Very good at open up the arms. Yes, cracking, circle those wrists all the way down. Very good. Bring my feet to palms of my feet together, bottoms of the feet together, and let's contract back. So you're rocking off of the pelvis. We're going to drop the head down towards the feet. Arms are on the outside of the legs, so towards the shins. Lengthen the spine forward, opening up the chest and coming up. Very good. And rock back off of the pelvis. Drop the head down, opening up those shoulders. Arms are on the outside of the legs. Lengthening the head forward in front of you, opening the spine, opening the chest, trying to get those shoulders right to the side of the body, and lift up. Let's do one more. Rocking back off of the pelvis, dropping the head down, opening up those shoulders, widening the back, and lifting your torso up. Reverse that. Open and keep the shoulders nice and wide. Arms are on the outside of the legs. Drop the head down. Round back off of the pelvis, and sitting nice and tall. And forward for 2 counts. And let's drop the head down. Taking it nice and slow so you're feeling each of the positions and finding a little bit more opening here, and dropping down and bringing it back and sitting nice and tall. Ooh, very good. Let's bring the legs in front of us, arms up over the head, and stretch forward, lengthening forward out of that torso. So I'm not trying to bring my head to my knees, but what I am trying to do is feel both of my sits bones on the floor, engaging those abdominals and lengthening forward. So you're really trying to make like this greater than sign. And I'm using my hands to give me a little bit of support, opening up those shoulders, feeling the legs lengthening on the floor. So I want to try to feel the entire back of the legs. And then from here, I'm just going to rock gently side to side, feeling those QLs activating, and perhaps they're feeling a little tight, but that's okay. You're just gathering information so that when we get on our foam roller, we're going to know where we want to target. Very good. I'm going to hold here and breathe for a couple of more breaths. Very good. And let's roll ourselves up. Ooh. Very good. We're going to find our foam roller. Bring that down. And we're going to start at the lower back as usual. So we're bringing the foam roller right to the top of the pelvis. So we're going to be right at the top of the pelvis here. And just find ourselves. Ooh, yes. And so if you need to sort of support yourself with that foam roller, you can take your hands right to the outside. Find the place where you feel balanced, and then we're just going to gently rock side to side. And it doesn't have to be super far. Start sort of small in your rocks, and then as we've done that for a couple of times and the muscles are starting to respond, you can go a little bit deeper. Very good. And the next time that the legs are towards your right side, we'll stay on the right side. Go a little bit further. So I'm going to drop my right leg down a bit, taking that left knee over. And back to the center, using my abdominals. My hands again are supporting me on that foam roller. Go over to the other side, dropping that left leg a little bit. And back towards the center. Nice. I'm going to lift up and bring the foam roller up onto my back. Ooh, very good. And I'm going to rock myself up. Ooh, hello. Very good. And then we'll just take it incrementally up the back, pressing those feet into the floor, feeling that support. Very good. I'm going to move my hands behind my head for a little bit more support, and also to open up my shoulder blades, because you want your shoulder blades to be, as flat as they can be. And you know already that I feel a lot of tension in my upper back and in my shoulders. So I'm going to spend a little more time on that section, but if yours is your lower back, you can spend more time on your lower back. You making sure that you're breathing. I know that I'm breathing because I'm talking, but you might not be talking, so just want to make sure that we're continuing that motion and paying attention to wherever you feel like you might need to experience a little bit more relief. Very good. I'm going to bring my hips down on the floor, and for me, I'm going to open up the top of my back. Oh, good, nice little stretch there. Very good. And now I'm going to take myself and shift my pelvis to one side so I can rock that shoulder on my foam roller. So rolling out that deltoid. Over. Very good. Getting into the top of that shoulder a little bit. Isolating here. Just taking some gentle rocks, and I'm supporting my arm. Because I'm feeling a bit of tightness there in that shoulder. And then I'm going to stretch my arm out and get into that tricep. So the way that we do this is that I'm rotating the palm flat and then rotating it up. And you can adjust to wherever you sort of need a little bit more attention. Very good. And we're going to come all the way up to that forearm. And so I'm putting a little bit of weight on my arm as I go here. Very good. And let's come to sitting and just interlock your fingers and roll your wrists. This is something we used to do in gymnastics all the time. Very good. Making sure that we go in both directions. Very nice. And now I'm going to do the other side. And I'm just going to switch sides so that I can stay facing you. And here I'm finding it right, putting the foam roller right almost in my armpit, yeah. And so then I'm rocking forward and back over that shoulder blade, providing a little bit of support and guidance for the arm so I'm not like slipping off. Just rocking here. Woo. And I can feel the muscles like clicking. Yikes. Very good. And then going up towards that tricep and the outside of the arm as well. Rotating in and out. Oh, my right arm. This arm is like tighter on the outside of that shoulder. Very good. Coming up and taking it on the forearm. And again, I'm adding some pressure, just a little bit. Very good. And let's just sort of massage the forearms. We also don't spend enough time doing that. And I can feel it in my hands. It's quite interesting because I feel like my feet are tight because my legs are tight. And then my hands feel like they're cramping sometimes. And that's probably because my forearms are tight. And especially for me, or even for you, doing repetitive motions all the time, like I teach the same things often throughout the week. So it's a lot of repetitive motion for me, or if I'm in rehearsal, you're learning a dance, you're doing the same steps over and over. So that type of activation, muscular activation, just, you know, tightens up those muscles because we're not using all of them, we're using the same ones over and over, and maybe you're even doing the same actions over and over. Yeah. Ooh, hello. Yes, the top of the hand, the top of the arm here, and how that connects to the hands. Very good. All right, let's get on the front of our foam roller. So again, we're not on the joints. We're not going to go onto our kneecaps or on the joints. We are going to stay on the quads, and we'll come all the way up the hip as well, and get that going. So here we go. Woo! Hello. Yes. And then as I'm in this position, I'm squeezing those abdominals to help support me. So I'm not just letting my lumbar spine bottom out and putting pressure there, but I'm engaging those abdominals, A, to lengthen the spine, the lower back, but you want to also support the work that you're doing on the quads and protecting your lumbar spine from your vertebra being compressed. And so I'm coming onto one side, I'm on my right leg, and just moving up the leg, incrementally, up and down, sort of on the outside of my quad, because for me that's where it's a little tighter, but you should, stay on the side that feels, or stay in the area that feels like it needs the most relief for you today. I'm going to come all the way just above the kneecap. Woo! And come back down. Now I'm going up towards my hip. And again, engaging those abdominals to protect the spine. Very good. And all the way forward. Ooh, and I'm going to go towards my IT band. So to the outside of the leg. Very nice. Taking a little bit of a rotation. So from here I can stay on one side and just rotate in the same way that we did for the shoulder. Rotating front and back. And then I'm going to the top of the outside of that hip. Actually, I need to move my roller up, like kicking the fridge. Very good. Woo, yes. So the top of my glute and the outside of my hip has been also really tight. So just spending a little bit of time there. And, like we said, none of this is healing, but it is very good for recovery a little bit and finding some, muscular relief. I also think, especially as the weather is changing, your bodies respond, and they respond because we are nature, right? Like, we're not a part of nature, we are actually nature itself, And so as the seasons are changing, particularly here in New England where it's cold, your body is naturally responding in the way that it's supposed to. Woo. All right, very good. I'm gonna switch and turn around and do the other side. And so I'm gonna go to the outside of my left hip because I've already done the front of my legs because I did both of the legs together. So I'll go to the outside. Ooh. Yeah, that's tight. All of this is like so tight. Rocking front and back. Woo! Yes. This is a lot. Going to the front of the hip. Very good. Now I'm going to come to the outside. To my hamstrings rather, to the back. Oh, I lost my strings. Let me tie my strings up. Very good. Just rocking front and back. Again, squeezing those abdominals to help support. I'm going to go all the way forward onto my glutes. There we go. I'm going to roll all the way back. And then just get into those calves a little bit more. Ooh, they actually do feel a little better. It's not as painful. I mean, it's still painful, but it's not like as painful. So that's good. Rocking side to side, so I'm going up and down, and then side to side. Very good. All right, let's put the foam roller back. And do a little bit of stretching. I'm also going to sip my coffee as I do not even have a chance to have a full cup of coffee. So let's bring our left leg front. And y'all know I got my little knee pad here. And I got my yoga block just ready for me. I like to be on either side and just gently rocking front and back. Not trying to really stretch, but just trying to get a little bit of range of motion in there. Tracking the muscles. Starting to signal to them that we're going to be stretching them. Breathing. And then the next time that we're forward, we'll stay forward. Turning out that front leg. And engaging the abdominals. So here you don't want to just press and force any type of tension into the hips, but actually I'm lifting up in those abdominals. I want to open up the shoulders and the back and allow the length to happen without over stretching or giving any extra tension. So I want to be going on those diagonals and not pressing down into the middle, but finding the length out and allowing this to really open up, using those abdominals to help support us. And press the back toe into the floor and lift the knee, finding a little bit more length. And again, still thinking about those shoulders being open, the chest being open to look up. Moving forward and back on those diagonals to lengthen out. And we're going to lift the hips up, keeping them square, dropping the head, back heel is on the floor. You can relax the neck, shaking the head yes and no. Pressing that heel towards the floor behind you. Ooh, relaxing a little bit more forward and bringing the shoulders down the spine. So not towards the ears, but rotating them back. Woo, yes, hamstrings. Very good. And let's go ahead and bend the back knee and send the pelvis a little further back. Hello. And just flexing the left toes up towards the ceiling, finding a little bit more length. You can rotate the leg side to side as we're pressing that back heel towards the floor behind us. Very good. And come back up to both legs straight. Hips are nice and square. We did this in Andy's class last night, and I was like, oh yes, I needed this. So we're revisiting it again. And then I'm going to come all the way forward, bending the knees. Extend that leg back in front. And come back to your lunge. Opening up the chest, engaging those abdominals, pressing that back heel towards the floor behind you. Finding energy in both directions of the diagonal. Very good. And let's put that back knee down on the floor. Tucking those toes and lifting up a little further. Again, not pressing into the hips, not dropping the pelvis, but lifting the pelvis. Finding some length here. Very good. And let's send our hips all the way back. And so that we're sitting. Very good. Come back up. And then what I'm going to have you do is we're going to bring your right leg behind the left and have a seat. And twist towards the left side. Trying to get both sits bones on the floor. And actually, before we take our twist, let's bring the leg closer to the chest. So feeling the spine lengthening and stretching out that IT band a little bit, the glute. And then now let's take a little twist towards that left side. Very good. And let's twist towards the right. So you're going to push those hands into the floor, opening up that lumbar spine, feeling that resistance and that rounding happening in the back. Stretching out those QLs. And then I'm going to have you walk your hands forward and bring your left foot on the floor. Reach the left arm forward and get a little bit more of a deeper stretch in the back. You also might feel it in the glutes on the outside. Ooh, very good. And let's come up. And let's release that top leg, the left leg, and go to our pigeon on the right side. So we know that for the pigeon, I'm going to take my yoga block and slide it right underneath my hip. And for me, I'm going to adjust my right leg a little bit forward, paralleling the back leg. Ooh, let me get a little knee pad on this side. protect those knees. Squaring the hips, lifting up, and engaging those abdominals again so that we're supporting the shape and not sinking, collapsing into it. Very good. I'm going to walk my hands forward. Bring your forearms on the floor. And again, I'm trying to think about not letting the shoulders come up into the ears, but dropping those shoulders down the spine, opening up the chest, and just breathing here. Very good. And I'm going to remove the yoga block on this side and sink a little deeper and see how that feels. Very good. And sit back, rocking off of the pelvis. And you can swing that leg around, put your feet flat on the floor, and just drop side to side. Taking a couple windshield wipers. Ooh, very nice. We're going to do the same sequence on the other side. So we're going to come back to neutral, and then take your right leg front. Turning out that leg, sliding your knee pad underneath if you have one, or t-shirt, or whatever you might need for some support there. And we're going to just gently rock front and back. Oh yes, my knee is cracking. So just getting some blood to circulate into the muscles before we're going and trying to ask it to stretch. And the next time that we're forward, we'll stay forward and engage those abdominals. Turning out that front leg. Trying to keep the pelvis as square as possible. Breathing into the body. And again, not pressing into the hip, but finding the length on those diagonals. So this knee going forward, and then the back leg diagonal out, supporting those lower abdominals. Very good. And press the back toe into the floor and lift the knee up gently. Finding a little bit of opening here. And straighten the legs. Up, parallel the back leg, front leg is turned out. And just try to relax the neck, shaking the head yes and no. Pressing that back heel towards the floor behind you so you're getting a nice calf stretch. I'm also feeling my hamstring lengthening in the front of the leg as well. We're going to transition and shift ourselves all the way back. And bend the back knee, flexing that front foot. You can rotate the leg in and out. Put the toes on the floor and shift the hips forward. Straightening the legs, hips are nice and square. So bring my left hip a little bit more forward to find that squareness and length. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to drop that left knee down. Send the right leg forward. And take another lunge here. Lift my knee up off the floor. Softening the front of that ankle. And stepping the left leg behind the right, having a seat. I'm just going to gently twist towards the right to start. And come back towards the center and bring that knee closer towards the chest. So perhaps you're rocking a little bit off of the pelvis and then aligning the spine into the pelvis. For me, I'm really hugging that leg in, getting a stretch on the outside of the leg. And you may or may not feel a stretch, but it does not mean that the muscles are not lengthening. And for some of us, we have a lot of flexibility, but we don't have the strength. And if you have a lot of strength, sometimes you don't have the flexibility. So, you know, everyone's kind of accessing this in a way that feels accessible for them. And we'll just, take a twist first towards the right side. Let's go over towards the left, placing the hands on the floor, and I'm pushing away. So I'm not just having my hands here and collapsing forward, I'm actually providing some resistance into the floor, opening up those QLs in the back. Breathing here for a moment. I'm gonna walk the hands forward, putting that right foot on the floor, and reaching the right arm more forward on the diagonal, and I'm trying to rotate and find that spiral. So I'm not just lifting up this way, but I'm really trying to get that right armpit towards the floor, engaging the abdominals, so I'm lifting up in my torso in order to create the spiral, space for the spiral to happen. Ooh, and this feels so good on my back. Breathing into the shape. We're gonna bring yourself up, and let's release the top leg. Ooh, and find our pigeon on the left side. So I've got my yoga block. I'm gonna set that up behind my hip. Adjust my left foot slightly. For me, I'm gonna put a little cushion under my knee. Square the hips. Rotating, finding that parallel. In the same way when we're in front T and we're squaring the hip, it's the same thing here, just in a different position. And again, engaging those abdominals so that we're lifting up and not just collapsing in. And for me, I'm using a little bit of resistance in those hands. Opening up the chest. I'm gonna walk my forearms down. And just breathe here. Again, it's an active position, so I'm not just hanging out here, but I'm constantly checking in, constantly trying to feel that rotation to get the outside of the right hip not flying up, but to rotate it down towards the mat. Finding that squareness in the pelvis, that flat back angle or your front T angle with that squareness of the pelvis behind you, and just breathing here. Engaging the abdominals to support the shape. And then let's lift the torso up. Again, finding that length on those diagonals. And I'm going to remove the yoga block from my hip. Just relax into the mat a little further. Seeing how that feels. Very good. And let's rock back off the pelvis. Ooh, release that leg, bring the leg forward, feet flat on the floor, and just take a couple of windshield wipers. Very good. Nice. Let's do some splits. Yeah, let's do some splits. How do I want to do this? So the way that I've been doing our splits is putting the yoga block underneath the hamstring to help lift and support the shape. So for me, I'm all about I have very tight muscles, which by now you should know that. I say it all the time, but it's not advantageous for me to just get into these positions with no support and then just feel like I'm stretching. For me, it actually just makes my muscles tighter because they're stressed out trying to hold and lengthen and support. So what I like to do is the same thing I just did with that pigeon. Having that yoga block underneath the hip allows my hips to just relax and let the muscles just do their thing instead of trying to relax while holding the shape, because I'm just so tight. So, all right, I'm gonna face this way, and I'm gonna go ahead and set up my yoga block underneath my hips and my leg back, like into your, almost into a quad stretch. I'm gonna lift myself up and bring that leg behind. Ooh. Hello. Finding the squareness in the pelvis. I feel like I need a little cushion back there on my knee. Very good. And just relaxing here, trying to find that squareness in the pelvis again, paralleling that back leg. Got me a little bit of support. Just gonna hold here and breathe. They used to tell us to hold your splits, your stretches for like 3 minutes. I mean, I hear that that's the goal, but I try to do like 30 seconds to a minute before I change. Because it does take a little bit of time for the muscles to respond. Very good. I'm going to go ahead and remove the yoga block and see how my hamstring is feeling. Not too bad. And I go one hand on either side of the yoga block for some more support. And I'm gonna come down. Not too bad. Woo! I know, we're supposed to do splits every day. Child, no. I do splits. I try to do them at least weekly. I mean, it's tough, right? Like, I feel like it's tough as an adult that has like all these responsibilities and all these things that we need to be doing. But I still make time for it, but sometimes you can't get it in daily. Which is why kitchen classes is so great, because it really holds me accountable to showing up for myself, you know, because when I'm teaching my in-person classes, I'm just going to get myself set up on my left side. When I'm teaching my in-person classes, I'm watching, right? Like, I'm watching a lot. I'm demonstrating, you know, the sequences, but I'm watching a lot. I'm going to go ahead and get my lead pad ready. Ooh, squaring off those hips, finding the support in the hamstring that I need. Yeah, my left side is way better. Anyway, so when I'm teaching, I'm not doing the things in the same way that I'm doing them right now with you. You know, I'm watching you all in the class and coaching you and guiding you through and giving you corrections. I feel like when you're taking the class with the students, like, you're not really, it's not, in my opinion, from my pedagogical approach, that is not beneficial to my students, because I'm not able to really see what they're doing, which is also why I really like to have a consistent warm-up or consistent sequences, because then the students already know what it is, and I'm able to target whatever the concepts or muscle groups or whatever it is. I'm able to have the students target that, and then I can be watching and sort of like making those adjustments. Just like when you're cooking, you cook and you're watching and you're tasting and you're adding a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and based on wherever the student is going to be based on the feedback that I'm giving. And for me, I feel grateful that I have a lot of the same students that come every week, so I'm able to learn your body. And learning, you know, I'm kind of like giving you a little treatment plan. I'm going to go ahead and remove my yoga block and see how this feels. But I'm able to sort of train your muscles in the way that's really beneficial for your individual body. But I can't do that if I'm not watching. Yeah. Oh, very good. Yes, that hip feels nice and open. Whew. All right, let's bring that in. Oh, jeez. It's the transition for me. Very good. Just shake that out a little bit. And I'm just going to go back to my foot one more time. Working out that toe. Pulling the toes. Ooh. All right, very good. Awesome. We're going to transition and go to our regular like technique warm up. We'll do our warm up. That'll have like all the head rolls and the stretching, head rolls and rolling down and plie and flat back and high laterals. We have a flat back series in that, and then I'm gonna change the music and we're gonna go right into feet articulations, tendus, and weight shifts. Perhaps I'll describe the weight shifts because I know that sometimes I change either the direction or the pattern a little bit, so I'll go over that for us. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this yoga mat, reset up my little corner, my little corner of gadgets. Great. Yoga blocks and my knee pads. I have my little ball that sits on top of my other yoga foam roller. So your weight shifts will go front, fourth position, drop it down, second position, and grand plie second, heels together, passe up to the back, second, up. Same thing on the left. Then we're going to take it as a half turn, half turn. Front, we'll face the side, and then take a quarter, find your balance, come down, we go to the left, outside, quarter, take your balance, switch, front, open up to the left side, quarter, back, open up to the right side, outside, quarter, and then we're going to do a 3/4, so you're just floating that spine around, back to the same side so that we can do it outside, floating around, and then left leg front and open, inside, float the spine around, to the back, face the same side, outside, float around. Yeah, so I'm saying float because sometimes when we're turning, we get like, and, all this momentum. But what I really want you to think about is going from here and then getting your spine up over the center and floating that around the axle, as opposed to trying to think about, I'm about to spin, right? It's not really about the spinning. It's about that floating. All right, let me see. Should I put another light on? Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Hello. Good morning. All right, let's get this music together. This was lovely. Go ahead and take this down. Three, 4, 5, 6. Head goes to the right. 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the torso. 1. Bend the knees. Open up the back. Bend the knees. Down. 2 counts. Straighten the legs. 3, 4. Stay here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll it up. 2 counts. Plie arms up. Flat back. Arms to second. Arms to high parallel. Plie down. 2 counts. Soften and roll up. Head to the left. 4. Add the torso. Open up the chest. Roll it down. 2 counts. Bend knees. Straighten the legs. Stay here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll it up. 2 counts. Plie arms up. Flat back. Arms to second. Arms to high parallel. Engaging those abdominals. Feeling that opposite Half turn. 1, 2, quarter turn. Front plie. Heels up. Step to parallel second. Flat back. 2 counts. Arms. Follow the music. Plie. Change the arms. Contract. Out for 2 counts. 2 counts forward. Lift it up. 2 counts. Spiral. Forward 2 counts. Releve. Arms in. Open. Center. Half turn left. 1. Add the arm. Shift. On plie. Squeezing those inner thighs and those glutes. Step to parallel second. 2 counts. Arms forward. 2 counts. Plie. Change the arms. Contract. Relaxing those toes on the floor. Out 2 counts. Arms forward. Lift it up. To the front. 7 and 8. 2 counts forward. Releve. 5 and 6 to the ceiling. 7. Center 8. Arms up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Undulation down. 6, 7. Rolling up and arms up. 2, 3, 4 and undulation down. 6, 7. Rolling up. Arms. 2, 3, 4. No undulation. Just bring the arms down. Very good. Feet in natural first. And demi. Releve. Releve up. Plie. Float the arms up. Right leg we go. 1. And left. 2. And right. 3. And left. 4. Elbows bent. Up. Inner thighs are working. Going smoothly. We're not trying to get anywhere. Everything is about the journey of where we're traveling to. And where we're traveling to is to the end of the music. So we're not stopping. From the top, double time. 1. Kind to the joints. Being kind to the joints. Giving them some time. Up. We're going to take our tendus next. Nice and slow first. And 1. To the side. 2. To the back. 3. To the front. Side. 1. To the back. Front. Up. Left leg. And a 1. Keeping it smooth. Inner thighs are working. Abdominals are working. Front. To the side. Back. Missed that. Front. From the top, right leg double time. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left leg front and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Side, back, front. Right leg goes front and side. Heels together, passe to the back. Back faces front. Heels together. Left leg front and open. Heels together. Up to the back. Front. Heels. Part 2. Front. And stay up. To the back. Outside. Using your plie. Switch front. Use your plie. Opening up those hips. So there's a little bit of a pelvis press. 3/4. Face the back. Float. And drop. Float. And front. Float the spine. Back. And float. 6, 7, 8. Woo, not too bad. Let's do our rebounds. We haven't done those in a long time. 2 circles, down third one and up, right, left, both arms, and up. Same thing left. Part 2, we take a sternum presentation, a little contraction, upper back, plie with the palms facing outside, and then palms facing inside as we come up. Same thing on the left. And then the third one, Sternum presentation, lift up, plie, rebound, taking your flat back and coming up 2 times. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 2 circles, and a 1, 2, and down. Right, 1, left, both, up, 1. So the armpits are working, left arm, left, both arms, and 2 circles. Third one goes down, and open, change, lift up, and 1, down, 2 circles, and down. Sternum presentation, plie, last time, 1, and down, open, 4 counts, arms down, 2, closing those ribs, 4, So as we're coming down, that I'm not staying out here as I come down, but as those arms are pressing, that those abdominals are also lifting to find that middle. And then I feel my glutes and I feel my inner thighs, everything's activated. Woo, very good. All right, let's do fortification 1. Fortification 1, and then we'll go into leg swings. So maybe I should talk through leg swings first. We're gonna take 4 leg swings. Plie, we're gonna take a high lateral turn, 6, 7, 8. Transfer into your lateral T, 4 counts. Plie, 2 counts, 2 counts, straighten 2 times. Passe up on 1, 2, front on 3, 4. Carry it side, 5, 6. Passe again, 7, 8. Side lunge on 1, 2. We hold 3, 4. Bring it into first with a nice C curve, and then come out, left leg. Part 2, we're gonna take a lateral T, 6, 7, 8. From there, we're gonna change from our lateral T into our front T. We're gonna contract in for 2 counts, out for 2 counts, in for 2 counts. We're gonna come back out to our lateral T. From here, you're gonna change to your side T. It's a lot. Drop it down, pick it up, drop it down, pick it up, drop it down. Now this third one, instead of coming up into your side T, I want you to come down and lift all the way up and over to your lateral T. From there, we'll passe up on 1, 2, side lunge on 3, 4, C curve, 5, 6, left leg out, 7, 8. I'll say that again for the left side. 4 leg swings, lateral T, 6, 7, 8. Front T, 2, 3, 4. So really getting that hip square, staying active in that position. Contract in for 2, out for 2, in for 2. Open up towards the front to your lateral T. Change that bottom leg to parallel and bring your torso to flat back for your side T. We drop it down and pick it up twice. The third time, you're gonna come out, up and over to your lateral T. So my standing leg is parallel. When I come up, I have to take that little quarter turn of the leg, that quarter rotation for the heel to go from behind me to the side as I'm simultaneously going over to my lateral T and also pushing that pelvis forward, so I'm opening up those hip flexors. Passe up, side lunge, C curve, right leg tendu. We're gonna start with fortification 1 though, and then we'll go into leg swings. Here we go. Nice and slow. Heels up. 1, 2, right leg. Front leg is turned out, back leg is parallel. As you're going forward in your flat back, check your back foot. Hand up, engaging those abdominals, keeping the hips square. Inner thighs are working. 2 counts. Forward first. Lateral. Turn the legs out. Inner thighs are working as we find that releve up. Twist to the front. Both hips are square. Heels down. And left. Left leg front. 4 counts, go forward. 2 counts. Forward first. Inner thighs. Left. Very good. Leg swings. forever. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 4 swings. 1. High lateral turn. 4 count lateral T. Yeah. Again. 2 counts. Front. Lift. Toss. Hold. First. Left leg. Other side. Turn or hold. And lateral. Plie. Again. Passe up. Front. Lift. Passe. Down. Hold. 4 swings. We're going to our lateral T. Front T, 4 counts. Contract. Lateral T. 4 counts, high T. Down. That lateral T. Down. Down. First. Left leg. Swing. Lateral T. Side up front T. Contract. Lateral T. Side T, 4 counts. Down. Up to your lateral T. Toss it. Woo. Down. And 7, 8. Woo, woo, woo. Hello. That's good. Let's stretch our calves a little bit. I feel like my calves are already getting tight again. Let's stretch that out a little bit. Both sides. Very good. Shaking the legs. All right. Time. Let's do, I feel like we should do elementary balance. Let's do elementary balance. Yeah? A lot of balances today, which is great, you know? Particularly because, you know, we have limited space, and as I've said a million times, it looks like there's a lot going on in here, and there's really not. So there's that. Let's, I'm gonna add a little quarter turn to mine, to make sure that I can fit in the space. So we're gonna start in natural first. We're gonna come up in 3 counts. We'll open up in 3 counts. Take your pelvis press for 3 counts. Change the hands on 4. Lift it up 2, 3. The leg is gonna go around. Now, as your leg that's up is going through its table first and then into that attitude, you wanna make sure that the supporting side is actually giving you the support that it needs. So it's not enough to just like be up here and concentrating on what this leg is doing. You really have to actively be pulling up and down. So if you were fully stretched, like if somebody was like pulling you up and then somebody was underneath the floor pulling you down, you want to have that much tension on the body as you're bringing that leg around, so that the leg can stay in relationship to what's happening and can have that stability. If there's no tension on this side, and I'm not saying you have to be stressed, but just that oppositional pull, if that's not happening and it's relaxed, as the leg is changing its relationship, that's going to influence what's happening on this side, and then it's not going to allow the working leg to have the stability that it needs to stay in its muscular orientation, and then therefore it'll have to compensate, and we don't want to compensate. We want things to be, you know, working mechanically as they're supposed to. For me, what I'm going to do is, as I'm taking it around, I'm going to face the side. You don't have to, but I just need space. So then we get there, 5, 2, 3. You go to your front T on 6, 2, 3 with that hip up. We're gonna drop the hip, square 7, plie down, getting the shin parallel to the floor without the toes coming down. But as I'm bringing the leg closer to the ground, that my shin is staying parallel. Forearms are facing the floor while the palms are coming up. And then I'm gonna lift myself up and then come down, and I'll just open up to do the other side. I'm gonna start with the left side because that's what I wanna do. Feel free to do the same, or if you wanna go on the right, you can. We'll be doing the same sequence. All right, we have both sides. Left leg for me. Pelvis press. Change your hands. Take it around. Lifting that supporting side. Pelvis press. Second set. Lifting in those lower abdominals. Lifting that supporting side, front T. Whoop. Last set. Very good, very good, very good. All right, I'm gonna take my mat out again. We're gonna come down onto the floor. We did a lot of stretching, so I'm not gonna do variation on 7, but I am gonna do fortification 10 with a side fall ending, and then we'll go right into our coccyx balance. So for our coccyx balance, we'll start with our transverse, 4 counts up, 4 counts down. We'll come all the way up to our coccyx balance, 4 counts up, 4 counts down twice, 2 counts 2 times, not 4 today. Then we're gonna come up to our coccyx balance in 2 counts, lift the legs first in 2 counts, lift the arms in 2 counts, open up to a V, close it up. We're gonna bend the knees, shift to the right butt cheek, come to the center, shift to the left butt cheek, come to the center, and then come down, and we'll do that a second time. Up on 1, 2, legs first, 3, 4, arms 5, 6, open the legs 7, 8. Close it up on 1, 2, bend the knees and lift the chest 3, 4. We go to the left hip 5, 6, come 7, 8, 1, 2, come to the center 3, 4, and then lie down 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, down on the floor. Let's do the right leg inverted, and I just said we're not going to do variation on 7, and then I was like, let's put the right leg inverted. We're lying down, arms over your head. My head's going to be towards my left side. Fortification 10 with a side fall ending. Parallel legs, high parallel arms, sitting up, 2 counts. 1, right leg, left, arms by your side, right ball on the foot. Up. Let's wait for your music. Top of the phrase. Head and heels coming off the floor. 4 counts. 6, 7, we go. Up. Down. Up. And down. 2 more like that. And down. 1 more. All the way up to your coccyx balance. Here we go. And down. Up. And down. 2 counts, 2 times. Adding on. Legs. Ooh, arms. Open. Close. Bend. Right. Center. Left. Center. 4 counts down. Last time. Legs. Left. Four counts down. Ooh, very good. Ooh. Let's bring your knees in. Drop your knees to one side. Either look to the other or you can stay look to the ceiling. Just get both shoulders flat on the floor. Other side. Very good. Let's come over. Arch it up. Sit back on the knees. Push-ups. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Woo! All right. Very good. Take a minute, stretch anything else you want to stretch, grab a sip of water. We're going to transition to the freeze, so I'll give you like a minute. What should I do? Okay, so I have a new phrase and I don't know what Instagram's gonna do with the music. So I guess what I'll do right now is I will stop this video, save it, start a new IGLive for the next 30 minutes for the rest of the class, because I really don't want to lose this hour and a half. and then I'll feel better about the music, because I don't know what they'll do. So, all right, give me like a minute. You can continue stretching. Okay, so we're gonna start, actually we'll just start standing. I know that it started on the floor and like rolled up. We're not gonna do that. We'll just start standing facing the back. And we'll be towards the left. So we're gonna step over the right shoulder, and I'm gonna step saute left, right, left. So almost like a little contretemps. So over the right shoulder, stepping right, and as I step, that's my plie to take the saute. Left, right, left. From here, my arms are coming straight up and down. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna reach out. Right arm, 1, 2, we come in. 3, and now when we step open, we wanna shift your weight because you wanna have your right leg available to come in and open up. Like chest wide, shoulders wide, arms down by your side. Ready? So we're facing the back. 6, 7, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Change your weight. 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's brisk. It's fast. It's fast. Yeah. For that first part, we want to think about changing the pelvis and not necessarily like where the direction is going. So as I'm coming around, 1, 2, I'm changing my pelvis. So I'm facing the side, and then I'm changing my pelvis to face this corner, and then to step back. Yeah, so that helps us with the mechanics. Stepping around, change, change, square. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach, reach. In, this can be as in and open as possible. In, shifting the pelvis, in, out. From here, moving on, we come in. So your chest is already up. You're gonna bring that foot in and reach the arms. 1, drop down, touch your shoulders, come back in. We're gonna step left, right, left, up, down. And actually, I think that we need to be a little bit more forward. So when we come in and out, try to come a little bit more downstage and then open up and do this a little bit more forward. Reaching, drop, reaching. That way you have some space to back up because you're going to go back even a little bit further. From here, plieing a little deeper as you lift the arm up. 5, 6, 7, 8, and change to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, this is where the change is. Your left leg is going to step around. Right leg steps out. Left leg steps back. And we take this again 2 counts. Yeah, so we came up 5, 6, 7, 8. Open 1, 2, 3, 4. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Yeah. Let's go back and add that on slow, and then I'll have us hearing it with the music. It's quick, but we'll start slow. 6, 7, and we step 1, 2. Change your pelvis. Corner. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach, reach, in. Move downstage. In, out. Drop, 2 counts here, 2 count, single count, single, 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 up, down. 7, 8. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Yeah, so for timing, we have single counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 counts here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Single count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double count. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single count. 7, 8, 1, and 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single count, single count. 2 counts. 2 counts. Yeah. Let's just keep it there for right now and do it with the music. Out 2, in 2, out 2, 8, So again, similar to Tuesday, but a little different. Sipping my coffee. You know, since this whole panorama, I don't buy coffee outside really. And every time I think that I'm gonna like coffee, I'll just like get a cup of coffee. I get it and I'm like, this don't taste like my coffee at my house. And then I feel some type of way about it. So like, that's frustrating. Anyway, yeah, I like my coffee in my house. Okay, moving on. So you're here. 7, 8, 1, 2. Your left arm is already in front. You're gonna keep it there as you step on the left foot. So 7, 8, 1, 2, just twist left. So I'll face you so that you can see left, right, left, right, left. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This leg is gonna come up. You're gonna come up. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and then you're gonna step into the next thing. All of that is happening facing the side. So we came up 7, 8, 1, 2. We change 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. The 3, you're going to take it into a turn. So you can choose what kind of turn you want to do. If you want to just come in and take it as a balance, you can. Or if you want to take a different shape, you can either do that, or you can take it as a turn, or you can turn in whatever shape you want, depending on your space and availability. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to open up and step up. 7, 8. From here, that 7, 8 is the beginning of your undulation. So you're going to go up, back, up, back. So giving a little bit of Yambalu. We're giving a little, I'm adding in some folkloric items in here. Listen to me, items. Folkloric movements. And then even here, boom, ba. So from here, I want you to think about feeling your scapula opening, opening. So your scapula are doing this. Sorry, that way. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. So 2 to the downstage left, downstage right corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move the foot. 3, 4. Move the foot. 7, 8. Yeah. One more time. So actually, let's go back. So this is 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, in that beginning of that. When you step, you're starting that undulation. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 3, 4. From here, we're going to open up to a little hinge. 5, 6, 7, step it in, 8. Yeah. You're here. Open up. Continue the arm to circle and step yourself in. Let's mark it from the, or not even mark it. Let's just go through it from the top, and then we'll try with music. So we're facing the back wall, stepping on the right foot, going over the right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach 2, in 4, smooth 6, 7, 8. Bring the foot in as the arms go out. And drop. This is 2 counts apiece. Single count. Left, right, left, and down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Spiral. 2, 3, 4. Change your body. Drop. 8, 1, 2. Left foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Your choice. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It's brisk. Let's go from the top. Let's sort of just like do like a full-ish mark just to figure out how you're gonna work it in your space, and then we'll like do it for real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach in, out, move it down. 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Hopefully, kind of, sort of. The great thing about this is that you'll be able to rewind it, because I know that most of the folks that are seeing this are seeing it asynchronously. So feel free to go back and rewind a little. Also, let me mention, I think I mentioned it once before, but let me mention, in case you don't know, because it's a YouTube link, if you go to the bottom right corner, there's like a little gear, and if you click on the gear, there's like a little pop-up like option box thing that comes up. You can slow down the speed. So you can either speed it up or slow it down, but you could slow down the speed if you're trying to figure out like any of the details or something like that, and it's helpful. You can just slow it down yourself, and you can do that with any video, really. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Step. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm trying to figure out how to use more of my space in that first beginning part. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. Woo, that's tricky. You stepped it in. You're going to come up right, left, so the elbows are up, but I'm going to plie down and slice around, change to come out, and then bring yourself in. Yeah? So let me back up a little. You're here. You're gonna step up, up, plie and change the body downstage right to come around all the way, replacing that foot. You're gonna come out, and I'm reaching from here. Out. I'm gonna wrap right, change, sorry, is that right? Right, left, left to face the back. Yeah, so you're here, I wrap to the right, I'm gonna change to the left, and then I'm gonna come over and step to face the back. And then from here, I come around, step back, drop down. Over the right shoulder, reach and reach to step forward or to step together. Okay. We're here. Up, up, down, change, wrap, wrap, step, cross, drop, reach, out, step. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the end. That's the end for today. Let me, let's just mark that from the undulation 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrap 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, same place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2. So I'm gonna add a little pause because I think that it's helpful. It's useful. So you're here. This is wrap. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6. Then go 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? All right, let's go from the top. We got this. Let's mark it first. Mark it, and then we'll do our normal 3 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach, reach, in, out, drop, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, down, 2, step, 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 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, hold, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Working that space. Working our space. Very good. All right, we got 3 times through. Good luck. Let me sip some more of my coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, in, out. 7, 8, in. Step, step, step. 7, 8. we got one more. This hair just needs to be a little bit more secured because it's definitely messing with my balance a little. All right, here we go. Last time. Yeah, I hope we're doing all right. Hold on. I love this. Oh, thanks, Tony. Yes. It works in a small space too. That's nice. All right, here we go. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2. Super grateful to be able to do this with you and be with you today. I appreciate your flexibility as always. I know that sometimes I'm not able to do kitchen classes, and it is what it is. Just scheduling and just making sure that like I'm able to get my work done, like my grading and all of that stuff. Yeah, this will stay up all weekend. Y'all already know the deal for that. November 13th, we have a performance at Harvard, and it's going to be live streamed. So those of you that take kitchen classes that are not local, if you'd like, you can stream in on November 13th. We'll have 2 performances, one at 4 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock. And it's going to be a mix. So a couple of weeks, last week, we did a showing of the film. So it's a film, and then for November 13th, we'll be dancing in person, like dancing first, and then it goes into the film, and then we have a conversation about the work. And the great thing about dance is that it is scholarly and that it's academic and that it allows us to dig deeper. If anyone's ever taken, like, I don't know, the way that I've experienced the dance classes that I teach, it's nice sometimes, even on the days that we have lecture, it's nice to spend time getting into the body, or getting into the body first and reading an article and then talking about it, or reading the article first or the book or chapter or whatever, and then getting into our body and doing a movement thing and then talking about it. It allows us to process, right? Like, things have to, just like nature is a cycle, it's a process of different phases and scenarios to get to a completion of a thing. In order to get to a completion of a thought, or a completion of an idea, or a completion of an understanding, or even an entry point in some ways, to being able to have that completion, embodiment is key and important. And especially, I think we've all understood the value of movement throughout this year and a half, and like stagnant energy, but like there's just so much scientific proof, spiritual proof, intuitive knowledge that we know about movement and the values that it has. Even though in our capitalist society, capitalism says that it's not valuable because it can't be monetized sometimes. And also, like, I like that. Like, we don't need to monetize physical movement all the time. I mean, clearly we do that with like physical classes, like dance classes, fitness classes, things like that. But there is actual intrinsic value to being able to approach a topic and have the movement be a part of it, and then having, the conversation or writing the paper or whatever the case is. So this is not only a work about initiation of love solidarity, it's not only an art work, but it is also a scholarly approach to academia and to the topic as well. So I really hope that you all will come if you can. The link is on my link tree. So if you click on the link tree, which is in my bio, scroll down to Initiation and Love Solidarity. And if you click that, that'll take you to the landing page of the project. So you'll see all the information. You'll see the trailer. You'll see information about the artist in residence, who is Naila Randall Bellinger. You'll see information, a description about the project. You'll also see all the links, which the last link is November 13th. So you'll see the link to register for that. And if you continue scrolling down, there's some housekeeping notes in there, but then at the bottom are all the resources that were used to create the work. So different books, I don't know if the YouTube links that we reviewed are on there, but all of the supplemental information is there. And so I encourage you to explore that, check it out, rent the book from the library, read a little bit, and then join us on the 13th. That's all I got. All right, y'all. I will talk to you next time. Au revoir.